Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? A 10-year-old Indiana boy was crushed to death after his 340-pound foster mom sat on him for several minutes because he was allegedly acting bad. That uncivilized mutt is now in prison. I ain't got no problem with that. 48-year-old Jennifer Lee Wilson was sentenced in January to 6 years in prison with 1 year suspended to be served on probation. She was charged with reckless homicide in the death of Dakota Levi Stevens. Backstory: on April 25th, police were called to a home in Valparaiso, Indiana, because the boy was not breathing and turned out to have no pulse. An officer found bruising on the child's lower neck and chest. Officers attempted to resuscitate the boy, but he was transported to the hospital where he later died. Wilson told police that the boy had just run away from home and she had found him at a neighbor's house and brought him back home. She said he was still acting bad and threw himself on the ground, telling her that he was leaving. According to a court filing, Wilson told police that when she attempted to stop him from leaving, she does not know if she tackled Dakota or they fell to the ground. However, her intention was to hold him down. She said she sat on his midsection for about 5 minutes. He eventually stopped moving, but she believed he was faking. "Are you faking?" she asked before she rolled the boy over and noticed his eyelids were pale. Wilson then began performing CPR and called 911, allegedly. On April 27th, South Bend Memorial Hospital reported that Dakota had died. He suffered organ and soft tissue damage, liver and lung hemorrhaging, and other injuries. An autopsy revealed the cause of death as mechanical asphyxia and the manner of death as homicide. Now check this out. The neighbor told officers Dakota ran to her house before the medical emergency and asked her to adopt him because his parents were hitting him in the face. The neighbor said she saw no obvious signs of bruises. Now, at this point, Wilson comes to get the boy and take him back home. And you know what happened after that. Dakota was 4 feet 10 inches tall and he weighed 91 pounds. Wilson was listed as 4'11", 340 pounds. I take these type of cases personal because today's abused child is tomorrow's abusive adult. If you want to know why we have so much violence in this country, it is because of parents. Bad parents. Bad parenting. That's right, I said it. Yeah, every now and then you get a kid who is just a bad actor. It don't matter how much love that they're shown. It doesn't matter how involved mommy and daddy is in their life. They're just gonna be a bad actor. Bad seed. Got that. But for the most part, it starts at home. And oftentimes, a child's first bully is that child's parents or guardian. In this case, the foster parent. To the foster parents out there who are doing the right thing, the model ones, the ones who love on those kids for real, don't take advantage of them, don't try to abuse them, but give them a better life. I salute y'all. But the rest of you uncivilized mutts, I see you. I know what you do. I know why you foster children. For some of you, it's just strictly a money grab. For others, you turn those children into your personal slaves. Yeah, go get this, go get that, go do this, go do that. Yeah, and then the rest of you, you'll get those kids so you can pimp them out or use them for your own. Yeah, your own personal sexual fantasies. Yeah, I see you. I know you. And I can't stand you. That's cold-blooded, man. She set her ass on that little boy as if she didn't know that she could kill that boy sitting on him. She knew exactly what she was doing. She heard that boy screaming for his life. She could feel, she could hear the boy going silent. She knew he was limp. She could tell when he stopped struggling. Just like Derek Chauvin could tell when he had his knee on George Floyd's neck, that he was snuffing the life out of George Floyd. She knew exactly what she was doing to that little boy. And, they gave her 6 years with 1 year suspended. Yeah, so the parents, they're the biggest part of why this society that we live in is so violent. It starts at home. It's the parents. You find a disrespectful child, find a violent child, find a child that's lost. Go knock on the door and see where you come from. See who answers the door. And that's your answer. That's if they're at home. Because a lot of times they leave these kids to their own devices. That's where the negligence comes in. What I want to know is, where was the neighbors? What about the neighbors? How is it that she lived in a neighborhood surrounded by houses? She's in her front yard, sitting on a little boy, snuffing his life out. It's got to be a bunch of commotion. Somebody had to hear the screams. Nobody intervened. Like nobody came to that child's rescue. That's cold-blooded, man. Yeah, I can't stand people like that, fam. I know they just brought the shooting squad back for death penalty, for the death penalty. I'm gonna tell you something, fam. In general, I am against the death penalty because it is flawed. There have been a number of people exonerated that were on death row. Innocent people. Let me tell you something, fam. In cases like this, I'll do it. I'll be the gunner for free. I'll do it. I would straight up Swiss cheese her ass. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. R.I.P. Dakota. No more talk.